All right, week 48's in the books. We're calling this one Just a Bit Tight, and that's going to be a theme that's echoed throughout the whole week. And I started off pretty well wearing this super tight floral singlet from Hate Brand Goods. Going to start trying to do some singlet Sunday action. So training days this week were Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. A little bit different for me, but it's good training on Sunday for the most part because usually I don't think I have that much to do, although this Sunday was definitely an exception, had a lot of stuff to do. So this was much later in the day, but really happy with how this top triple here moved of about 530 pounds or so. And that's a lot considering the work that was done beforehand. So usually when I squat this heavy, in the past, I've always kind of just warmed up and I started off with a top set and then done back off sets afterwards. This particular training cycle with Brett, what we're doing is we did a triple of 475, a triple of 495, that top triple of 530, and then 2 back off sets of 5 at 450 before moving on to some of this deadlift work that you're seeing here. So before I even got to deadlifts, my back was feeling it a little bit, so a little bit tight. And then we did 6 sets of 2 with 450 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but really kept the rest times to 1 minute, which I just sped through here, but you're seeing all the working sets before finishing off with just some T-bar rows with the landmine attachment that you can see behind me, which I'm not going to show you the assistance work, but I've really been trying to get in some of that rowing work. I think I've really been neglecting my back, and that's really important. I mean, obviously the compound movements are huge, but I really want to make sure I'm hitting my back because that really plays a role in every single lift as well. But overall, this day went particularly well. All things considered, again, with the squat and deadlift work, I think things moved really well. My squats have been feeling good. My deadlifts have been feeling good. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now, speaking of tightness, one of the areas where it's not been great is on bench press. And I think it's kind of a double-edged sword. I'm getting really frustrated with how bad my bench has been. So I've really been trying to work on things with my setup, being tight, arching more, making sure, I'm tucking my elbows, getting my wrist straight, and it's actually making my bench even worse if that's possible. So on this particular day, day 2, what I did is a top single at an RPE 8 of 140, then did a couple of rep back off sets, dropped the weight a certain percentage, did 3 sets of 4, dropped it again, did 2 sets of 5, before moving on to just some burnout sets with the slingshot, which is interesting because I haven't used this thing in forever, and it's really always awkward using it by yourself. So if you have friends, definitely utilize them. On day 3, top single of deadlift at 255. I actually think this moved really well, so I was really happy about this because deads have been feeling good this week, which they haven't in a long time. Then did some back off works for deads as well. So basically 4 sets of 6 with 215, so a lot of volume there. Followed by 5 sets of 2 here with 190, and my back was feeling it by this point, and my knee was feeling a little bit wonky. And this day just absolutely destroyed me. My lower back was dead the next night. It was very uncomfortable. Happens every now and then, but I didn't do any assistance work that day. And then day 4, what you're seeing here is just some 2-count bench. This is 115 kilos, 5 sets of 3 here. Then moved on to some touch and go for RPEs 8, 9, and 10, 3 sets of 6. I just kept it here basically at 115 because, again, just really trying to work on form, which I'm not happy about. And I think I'm really going to try to stop overthinking it if possible. And then did some load drops as well. And that's the training week. I'll be traveling to Seattle all next week. I'm going to try to get footage. Not sure if that's going to be possible. So you won't see any videos from me for next week. So depending on if you like my videos or not, that may or may not be a good thing. But I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for the constant help, and we'll talk to you next time.